In this video, we are going to understand how you can create and send documents in email from Documentero for new Google Form submissions. So here my objective is every time there's a person who has submitted a form and we have received a new response. Now my objective is that with the help of Documentero, I'm going to create and send a document to this particular person as an email attachment. How can that happen? For this, we will be integrating these two applications using Pabbly Connect. Our trigger application here will be Google Forms and our action application will be Documentero. Now to understand how you can do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process, let me take you to my screen. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software. You can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. If you are a new user, simply sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. And if you are an existing user, just sign in and you will reach the dashboard. Now once you reach here, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on that and a dialog box would appear which will ask you to name this workflow. Now here you can give any random name. So what is my objective here? Here my objective is to create and send documents with the help of Documentero for every new Google Form submission. So here I'm going to name the same and let's click on Create. Now here Documentero allows you to create documents in Word or PDF format using predefined templates. So in my Documentero, I already have created a few predefined templates. And now what do I want? Every time I receive my data through Google Form submission, then first the document should be created and shared via Documentero automatically without any manual intervention. So here you can see we have reached another window. Now here we have got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action is the automated response of the trigger. Now as per this integration, my trigger will be Google Forms. Let's click on this. Then we have the trigger event. So the trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it will be new response received. Now you can see we have received a webhook URL. This URL that we have received is going to act as a bridge for connecting Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this. Once we do that, here you can see that this is the help text given. You have to read this really carefully. Now first I'm going to take you the form that I have created. So this here is the request form that I have recently created. You can see it's a documentation request form, and here I've got only 3 fields: full name, email address and address. Now here we have to go to responses. Then we have got these 3 dots. Let's click on this. Now you have to select the destination for responses. So what do you want? That the responses should be added to a new spreadsheet or an existing spreadsheet. So here I have selected a new spreadsheet. Now as I click on create, so automatically a spreadsheet will get linked with this particular form. Now let's view the same in sheets. And yes, here you can see that this is the spreadsheet that has got created with the same fields as there were in the form. And then we have one additional field which is timestamp. So this is going to note down the date and time of the event, basically when the data was added in the sheet. Okay, now here I'm just going to quickly format it a bit so that it is absolutely clear to you. Now once this is done, I'm going to take you back to Google Forms. Now let's click on preview. And now here I'm going to fill up this form. Why? Because here you can see this is waiting for webhook response, which means that we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded in the webhook response. Now for this, I'm going to take you to the form that I have created. Let's fill up the form. Now let's say the full name here is test user 123. Then we have the email address which is test@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the address A74 Kola Road. Click on submit. As soon as I do that, here let's go and check the sheet. You can see that the information has been added here. Now I want that every time the details are added in my Google Sheet, then automatically it should be received by Pabbly Connect. For this, we will have to integrate this sheet in Pabbly Connect. Now how can we do that? Let's go to extensions, add-ons, get add-ons. So you can see we have reached Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to look for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Let's click on this. And you can see that here it is searching for this particular application, and this has already been installed on my system. So first you have to install this. Once done, close this window and do not forget to refresh the page. This is absolutely important. And once you have refreshed this, please wait for a few seconds. And then we are going to go back to extensions where you would be able to see Pabbly Connect webhooks. Let's go to initial setup. Now here you can see that the system has automatically selected the sheet. Here we have to paste the webhook URL that we had received, this one. So I'm going to copy this once again and paste this over here. The next is trigger column. Now this trigger column is the final data column where the data is added, and in this particular sheet our data is added here in column D. So I'm going to write D here, click on submit. So as I do that, you can see that the configuration is all set. Let's click on send test. And here you can see that the test data has been sent successfully. I'm going to close this, go back to Pabbly Connect, and you can see here we have received a response. Now we want that every time a new row is added here in my Google Sheet, then automatically Pabbly Connect should receive the response. To make sure that happens, we have to go back to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks. Here you can see send on event. Click on this, and now as you will go and check once again, you will be able to see the tick mark right in front. This basically means that every time there's a new event, then automatically the information will be shared with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so once this is done, taking you back to Pabbly Connect, here you can see we have received the response. And now what we are going to do is we are going to choose our action application as Documentero. Here it is. And the action event here will be to generate document and send us email attachment. Let's click on connect. Now Pabbly Connect wants to connect with Documentero account. Select add new connection. I already have logged into my Documentero account, and now here to set up this connection we need this API key. Let's click on this hyperlink given, and here you can see this here is our API key. Copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this here. Let's click on save, and you can see here that Pabbly Connect and Documentero are now connected. Now here we have to enter this information. First of all, the email address of the person. So here you can see the previous step here. Click on this, and as I scroll down, this here is the email address. And now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Now had I written the same information manually, then even when my workflow was running for the nth time with some new data, it wouldn't have taken that data. Instead, it would have only taken this manually written data. So to avoid that, we map the information. Next, we have to enter the email subject. So here, let's say it is document shared. Okay. Then we have the email message. So here, let's say that I have written dear. Now I'm going to map first the name of the person. So I'm going to take you down. This here is the name. Now let's say the message is, your document has been created with the details provided. The same is attached with this mail. Please review it thoroughly. Please acknowledge the receiving of this mail. Should you have any query, please feel free to connect with us at the given email address. Regards. Okay. Now once we have written this message, next we have to select the format. Here we have options of a doc file or a PDF file. I'm going to go ahead with a doc file. Now here we have to select the document template. So here I have created just one document template. Now remember that whenever you want to create a document here, so you require a template. So first I'm going to take you to my Documentero account. Let's go to documents. So here you can see I already have created this document. The name is partnership agreement. Now here on the right hand side, if you wish to create a new template, you can create a new template, or you can upload a template with an existing one, or you can also download the sample template. Now when you are creating a template, these are the template rules that you are supposed to follow. Okay, now let me show you the template that I have created. So this is a very simple partnership agreement template, and here you can see we have got certain words written within double curly braces. These are basically variables that can be changed with every message. So all the information that we are mapping in our workflow, those are variables that can be changed. Okay, now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. Here you can see that the template has been selected. Now let's map the name, email address and address. Click on this, go to Google Forms responses. This here is the name. Then we have the email address. This here is the email address. Then we need the address. So here we have the address. Let's click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received the response where the message is that your document has been generated successfully. Email has been sent to this particular email address. So now I'm going to the email address of the person. And here you can see that yes, we have received a message. So this is document shared. So dear test user 123, your document has been created with the details provided. The same is attached with this mail. Please review it thoroughly. So we have the entire message and here we have got the attachment. And you can see that the information is now been added here. So this means that our integration is a complete success. But we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Google Forms and here I'm going to submit another response. So here let's say the full name is smart user. Then we have the email address smart@pabblytudes.com and then we have got the address which is Shalimar Enclave. I'm going to click on submit. Now what should happen automatically? A document should be created with these details. Let's go and check the same. So now I'm going to take you to the email address of the person once again. Let's go back, go to inbox and yes, here you can see we have received another message. So this is to smart. So you can see this has been addressed to smart@pabblytudes.com and then we have received this information. Let's open this attachment and yes, here we have got the details. So this means our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Google Forms, the event is new response received and our action application is Documentero where we have to generate document and send us email attachment. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.